me, Kelsey, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here today. And welcome to my book nook yet again. We are going to do another recommendation video. And today I am recommending books with the sex club trope. Here's the thing. I realized I just have been reading one series right now, and I realized that I have been reading a ton of series lately with the sex club trope in them, and I have been eating that up. I don't know what that says about me. We're not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna know that I've been eating up that trope so much that I thought I would do a video and share 3 of my favorite series that have that trope or are like centered around that trope for you. And one of them is a new series that I'm currently reading through. One is one of my all-time favorite series, and then another one is like the first series that I ever read that was like dark romance. So I kind of thought that that was like a good variety to share with you. So let's start with the first ones. The first like dark romance books I ever read was actually this series by Katie Roberts. It's the Wicked Villains series. And it takes place in a sex club that's owned by Hades and Meg, because every single book follows a different set of prince and princess characters from a certain company that I can't name on my channel without getting in trouble. And they're like the villain of their story getting the girl or getting the guy. And it is so good. So the first one is Desperate Measures. That's Jafar and Jasmine. The second one is Learn My Lesson. That's Meg, Hades, and Hercules. The next one is A Worthy Opponent. That's a Peter Pan one with Hook and Tinkerbell. The next one is The Beast, and that's a play on Beauty and the Beast. It's Gaston, the Beast, and Belle. The Sea Witch is a play on The Little Mermaid, so we get Ariel, Eric, and Ursula. And then the Queen of Hearts is a play on Alice in Wonderland. And we get, oh my gosh, I haven't read this series in a minute. We get the Queen of Hearts, Maleficent, and Alice. It's a play on Alice in Wonderland. And then they have a little novella that goes with it that just kind of has like all the characters wrapped up in it. And it's so good. It was the first dark romance series I ever read. It is spicy. I don't know if you all know anything about Katie Roberts books. They are so freaking spicy. But the cool thing is that I really wouldn't say you could read this as a standalone, then you have to read all of them, because there's an overarching story that goes through all of them. Even though each character set only gets one book, they all appear in other books, and there's all a story that like builds through these about the place where the sex club is located and the city in which the sex club is located in and all of that. It's so good. The next series is a series that I have just been currently reading through, and I read the first book at the end of last month, and now I'm on book 4, so I don't have all of the books, but this is Salacious Players Club books by Sarah Kate, and that they are Praise, which is this one, Eyes on Me, Give Me More, Mercy, Highest Bidder, and Madam. I've read 4 of the 6 so far, and I am loving it. They're all about a sex club, but they all also have taboo tropes in them. This one is age gap and ex-boyfriend's dad. The second one was step siblings. The third one was a threesome romance between a couple and a best friend. And then the fourth one was dad's coworker, and the ex-boyfriend from this book gets with an older lady. And they all take place in the Salacious Players Club. And so far I have been eating up. They're short, they're quick reads. I literally can read these books in one day. They're fast-paced. They're so spicy. Like perfect amounts of spice to get you through everything that you need to get through. I'm loving this series by Sarah Kate. I have Highest Bidder and Madam left to go, and Highest Bidder follows Ronan and Daisy, and Madam is Eden Sinclair's story, and Eden's been in all of them. She's kind of the madam of the sex club. And Ronan, from what I know from the other books, is that he's one of the patrons who has a lot of money. But you don't have to, like, here's the thing about this series, like with Wicked Villains, you really do need to read them all, and you need to read them in order because there's an overarching storyline. You don't with these are like standalones. They could be standalones. You could pull them out. You could just read one and be content. I decided to read all of them because I really have been enjoying it. But you don't need to do that. You can just read praise. You can just read mercy. You can just read give me more, like whatever it is. And they are contained enough that you don't have to have all the pieces in order. There's no overarching storyline. The next one is one of my all-time favorite series. It is incomplete because the next book is not coming out until 2025. And that is the Lioness series by Sierra Simone. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that I absolutely freaking adore Sierra Simone. She's my all-time favorite author. She can write no wrong. It's up here, but I have a whole shelf of books dedicated to her. I'm reading her entire backlist. Like, that woman is the queen. And she's writing the Lioness series. It is a play on the Tristan and Isolde legend. And it is a story about a threesome. So the threesome is Tristan, Isolde, and then Mark. And Mark is the owner of one of the most prestigious sex clubs in all of the world. And in order to be a member of his sex club, you have to, you don't pay in money, you pay in secrets. And like the president, the prime ministers, celebrities, congress people, world leaders, very rich, powerful people are all members of his club. And so the first book is technically a little novella called Salt in Our Wound. It's just really quick. It's a little novella that gives us some backstory on the club, gives us some backstory on some of the characters, gives us a how Isolde and Mark met, because Isolde and Mark are in an arranged marriage on top of everything else. And then we get to Salt Kissed, which is Tristan's book. It is only from Tristan's POV. This is only from Isolde's POV, I think. Yes, this is only from Isolde's POV. This is only from Tristan's POV. I think this is only from... Yeah, Tristan's POV. I had to look. Sorry. And it is the story of how he falls in love with Mark and how he ends up at the club and what happens at the club and the story of the club. This book is fire, and it's got some of the most... Sierra Simone literally writes the best freaking spice. She does. You cannot tell me that anybody else writes spice that's comparable to Sierra Simone. This is like, don't touch it. It's on fire, this whole series. And then Honeycut just came out this spring, and it is 2 POVs out of the 3. We get a little bit of Tristan, but mostly it's Isolde's story. And the ending of this book is like one of the... I thought the cliffhanger in this one was bad. The cliffhanger in this one is freaking insanity. It is insanity, but you have to read it. And it's got literally, I'm trying to think. It might have one of the spiciest scenes I've ever read in a book. Yeah, I'm going to go with one of the spiciest scenes I've ever read in a book. Just from the way that it's written and the way that it's done. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is not the spiciest book I've read by her. That would be Priest. But this has one of the spiciest scenes overall. It is just so perfection. And then the next one that's going to come out sometime in 2025 is Bitter Burn. And it will be the ending of the series. And it will also give us Mark's point of view. So that's kind of what I have for you today. I just wanted to share with you that I've been eating up this trope. This year I've read the Lioness series, and I've read the Salacious Players Club series. And I just wanted to share with you this trope because there's lots of books out there that follow this trope. And if you're interested in picking up one of these books, go for it. If you're interested in more videos like this, more recommendation videos, or if you want like reading vlog videos, let me know in the comments below because I would love to do what y'all are looking for. So until next time, friends, bye-bye.